Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have another process in my December daily book here. This should have been my days 10 through I think 13, but I didn't actually get around to filming 12 and 13, so these are just days 10 and 11 for you. So for day 10, I decided to document the recent self-portrait, the creative self-portrait that I had put up. I think it went up on day 10. And so I printed it out in sort of like a faux Polaroid style, and I am creating a paper cluster for it. And so I basically backed it, I think, with some tissue paper and some sheet music and then some paper from Seuss Fish. I believe I use most of the papers, if not all the papers I used on this one, are Seuss Fish printables. The colors just kind of match really, really well with my photo. Lots of minty blues, and even though my skin is more of like a peachy, it still kind of brings out the pink in the paper that I layered behind the cluster. And so I'm doing the entire cluster on this book paper that actually says chapter 10, and since this is day 10, I kind of wanted to make sure that that chapter 10 showed through. So I kind of put my cluster in like a weird place, and so there's a lot of like empty space up of it, which I struggle to figure out what to do there. But I use one of the prompts, even though I knew exactly what I was going to journal on this page. I did end up adding one of Seuss's prompts, and the one that I used here was a note to the younger you. And I think, no, I don't think I journal out the entire post that I wrote up on Instagram, but this photograph, it has like a longer post that I wrote that accompanies it, and the actual photo, it's called A Longing for More, and in that post I kind of talk about how I'm always striving for more. Like, I need to create more, I need to be inspired more, I need to inspire more people, etc., etc. And so I kind of, in my journaling, which I do on the other side of the page, I kind of just like wrote a little note to my younger self about that. And so here you see that I'm using some of that pink paper. This is the strip that I think I cut off on the side there, with more of the grid paper that shows up throughout my little book. And I'm just kind of putting it there so that it balances out the pink paper that I used on the other side, on the other page. And then I'm using this little chipboard piece of a bird, and I believe that's a Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams chipboard piece, I think. And of course my little day 10 ticket there from the paper person shop. And so I debated whether I wanted to put some of that pom-pom trim on the top there. I decided to leave that for now, and I pulled out these not thickers, these puffy stickers, alphas, from Felicity Jane. I think this is from the Brooke kit. And I just add some puffy heart stickers there on the side too. And now I'm toying like with what to put on the top. I thought of putting maybe like a banner, like a puffy sticker banner or a chipboard or something. In the end, I end up going with some lace trims, or are these lace trims? I know one is like a tassel trim, and then the other one is kind of like a little bunting trim. There's some just trims that I had, I think, from Michael's from a long time ago. I just bought a bunch of them because I like putting little white trims on my pages and stuff, and so that's what I end up putting on the top there. I'm not too thrilled about it, but it just worked better than what I could find in the stickers or in my stash and stuff like that. So that is what ends up going up there. And then I just do my journaling, I think, or do I do that at the end? I don't remember. But yeah, that is basically this page. So for day 11, I actually want to include a letter that I got from one of my friends and this very cute drawing she drew of me in my book. And so this is for my little my friend swap, like the card swap that we're all doing, and her little drawing fits so perfectly. I didn't have to trim anything down. It fits so perfectly into my little book. But then she wrote like a little letter, and I also wanted to stick it in there. And so what I decided to do, plus behind the drawing had like a little handwritten note, what I decided to do was just punch the drawing into my little book, and then instead of gluing it down to that book page, what I ended up doing was clipping it to the page, so that way I can clip the little letter that she also wrote me to the drawing to the page, if that makes sense. So I just used one of these mini paper clips from Felicity Jane to just clip the drawing there. And then on the other side is where I'm just putting a little spot for journaling. I think I do end up using a Seuss fish prompt for this one. I end up using day 11's, which says one nice thing you noticed today, and then there was another prompt that was a nice thing someone said, and so I kind of layered that one on top of the day 11 prompt, so I kind of used two different prompts. Not really, I think they both kind of coordinate with each other, and then what I ended up writing in my little journaling spot was just, you know, about my little letter that I got from my friend and some nice things that she said and how I can include it into my book. I love adding the little cards, especially the drawings that my friends do, into this little book. It just makes it so special. And I don't have processes for the future pages, but be sure to definitely check out my Instagram page because I will have photographs of them, just not process videos. But I did end up putting a postcard that my friend sent me with a cute drawing on it into the book, and that one I had to trim down just a little, like on the sides, but it fit perfectly. And so I just like how there's like a piece of them in my little book here. And so you see here that I am just putting down the grid paper. It's the same grid paper I've been using throughout the book. That's where I'm going to do my journaling, and I just put the little prompts on the bottom and then the number 11 day ticket on the top, and that is basically this spread. Kept it really, really simple. I debated putting something there on the top, but in the end I just kind of left it as is. And then once I have everything glued down, I just go and do my journaling. So I start with day 11 and do my little journaling again about the letter, things like that. And then after I do my journaling here, I do go back to day 10 and fill out that journaling as well. And so that's basically the process for these two pages. Again, they're both really, really simple. I've been keeping this little book relatively simple. I just kind of fell behind last week, and I never got to do pages days 12 and 13 like I wanted to do on camera. I did end up actually doing them off camera, so you will see those photos soon, hopefully. By the time that this video goes up, they may show up a few days later because I am very behind. Not so much on my pages. My pages are done actually. I'm actually on current. I'm current on my pages. It's just I'm very behind in taking the photographs of all of my pages, and so you'll see those eventually trickling in on my Instagram account, so be sure to follow me over there. But yeah, so I'm just doing my journaling here, and that's about it. The two photos of the two spreads that I do here are to follow. I really hope you enjoyed this very quick process of my days 10 and 11. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!